This is Lady Myya. Hello, you guys. I am here with Kris Franken. She is an awesome individual. Okay, first, I'm going to tell you, she's a mentor and an author. Okay, so she's been writing for over 15 years now. So you know it's got to be good because she's still doing it. So we definitely appreciate her time, her effort, and her energy. Thank you so much for being with us, Miss Kris. And I, like my Mayan tribe, thanks you as well. Thank you so
Ah,
much.
thank you for having me here. Love it. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. You got to tell us. You got to give us what happened. How did this happen? I mean, for writing 15 years and you're just kind of in the cut. I love writing. That used to be my thing. I've been writing since I was like 17 years old. Now look at me, loud mouth, won't shut up, asking all the questions, being nosy. I understand. But you, on the other hand, had found that you're being able to be a mentor as well as the author. So, I mean, you got the best of both worlds. Tell us how that happened.
I guess I've always been a people person and I've also always loved writing. So I was writing as a kid. High school years were all about writing. Went to university, wrote all the essays, psychology, sociology, philosophy, religion, all the essays. I loved it. I soaked it up. I worked in hospitality for a while. So that really fed I guess my love of being with people and helping people. That was huge for me. But then I found a need to do something different and I fell into working for magazines. And that was really satisfying for many years. I loved it. I loved how quick how quick the schedule is when you've got a feature to write, interview someone, make it amazing, make it snappy, get it out there. It was really fun and I learned a lot. I learned so much. I'm still learning as a writer, as a freelance writer. Somewhere along the way, maybe about 5 years ago, I'd realized that everything I was writing about, which was food, parenting, spirituality, health, wellness, anything around those subjects, everything came back to me empowering the reader to really read a lot and think a lot, but also come back here. What is it that I need? What is it that I'm feeling in my body is right for me? So I realized in that moment, everything I wrote about was about intuition and self empowerment. And it's not like I was looking for a niche. I didn't think that that was super necessary at the time, but I found this thing. I found the heart of what I did, and I knew straight away I had to write a book about it. So I got stuck into that. I wrote a couple of ebooks just to have a practice. I ran some workshops. I really kind of worked out what people feel about intuition, how connected are they, and then I just started researching like crazy. And what I
Mm.
found was so fascinating. So I put it in a book and I was blessed enough to have it published this year. It only came out about 2 weeks ago. So I'm still on a high about it. And then also, when the book was finished, I found I had this space in my life. I was going to host retreats and workshops, but because of COVID, I thought I'm just going to pivot, try something new. And a friend of mine suggested that I should start mentoring because I have this, I actually don't know how it came to be. So maybe it's a soul deep gift. But whenever I see someone who's a little bit lost on their path and their purpose, their
Mm.
career, their job, their life, they're not feeling abundant or fulfilled, I kind of get this little map in my head and I go, hey, you could do this and this would be really fun and fulfilling and you'd make money from it. Then you could also learn this, then you could become, like a real game plan for their life. And I've been doing that with my friends forever. And someone noticed it and said, why don't you just mentor people? Why don't you just help people who are at that crossroads? And so that's what I did. Absolutely loving it. The one-on-one work is so different to writing because writing, of course, you just close the door, close everyone out, tap, 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 try and think of something interesting to say. But with people, it's such a way of different
Interact.
way of helping people and interacting. And
Yeah.
I'm absolutely loving it.
Yes. So you are an empath. I see
Totally.
that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. She said, "Oh, I know." And I'm like, "Wait, yes, let's talk." You know how when you like I think it's really, really, really awesome because a lot more people are more sympathetic and empathetic to, you know, different things, and they're starting to understand what the notion was already. But see, we were so busy, we couldn't see it, or we didn't feel it, or we didn't take notice. And so, you being an empath, I think that is absolutely amazing because I've been talking to all types of spiritual people, and they were like, "Oh, I'm a clairvoyant. I'm a spiritualist. Ologist. I speak to the dead. You know, I want this, that," and I'm like, "Yes, okay. Don't do that around me." No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But it's interesting because, you know, like you being an empath and just kind of feeling and sensing people, I think that is so important because, you know, a lot of people really, really need it
Mm.
more now than they ever did. And it's so interesting to find, okay, when was the first time you felt it though? Because I'm pretty sure it happened a while ago. You just never really noticed it.
Yeah.
And now, yeah.
I remember being at high school, and because I don't like confrontation at all, it's just in my stars or in my bones, whatever. I really, really find confrontation overwhelming. That's an empath thing as well, I think, right? So in
Yes.
high school, what I would do is I was able to read people so that I was cool with everyone. I
Right.
didn't like I had my close friends, but I was just kind of friends with everyone. I never got bullied, I never got shamed, I
Mm,
never dieted, I never had a problem with my body. I
right.
just I didn't sail through high school because I'm not hugely academic, right?
Okay.
I struggle with the whole, "Hang on, how much do I have to remember? For how long? What's going on? This is not my jam at all." But, yeah, being the empath thing, that comes really easily to me to read people, and, of course, in a year like this, it's really
Yeah.
important to be an empath in your own way, because what we're doing is we're reading other people's triggers, trauma, pain, fear, overwhelm, and uncertainty, and I think that if we can just throw compassion over everything that we do, we're going to find our relationships are going to be a lot more easier. Life will be more graceful.
Mm,
Yeah, I think empaths, especially, you know what? I think empaths who never realized that they were empaths, I think they're the ones who are really struggling this year because they're feeling it, but they don't know what that is. Why am I feeling all of this?
exactly. Oh, yes. Because like, when you get that overwhelming feeling and you know it's not you, you're like,
Yeah.
why do I feel this way? There's nothing going on. You know, I'm talking to my friend, and no, it's your friend. Your friend is, exuding, this feeling, and you just so happen to pick it up. But I think it fortifies a bunch more because we're so sensitive.
Mhm.
I'm saying it like I'm an empath and whatnot, but sometimes I do feel stuff, but I don't really feel everything.
Yeah.
I'm not as sensitive, but I mean, I think right, it's
Yeah.
stronger.
It's really strong this year. The other thing I feel in a spiritual way is because of what's going on Earth, and this was all in a divine way. Some of this was all so planned. I feel there's a
Mhm.
lot of light beings, however you want to see them. The angelic realm or the light beings or the just the helpers that are coming. They're really coming in strong, right?
Right.
So the veil is so thin right now, which is why
Yeah.
people are feeling all the things.
Right.
But you can feel all the fear and get really overwhelmed, or you can tune in to all the love and you can get overwhelmed with that and just be soaking up the bliss. And people are like, "Why are you so happy?" And I'm like, "No, hang on, hang on. We have a choice here,
Yes.
right? We can just rise into that higher way of being and soak up the love that is so available, or we
Yes.
go into the fearful path, which is just people are just getting lost down there, and it's really sad to see.
It
But
really is.
the choice is ours every single day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think it's hard, for a lot of people because, this is not a normal situation, you know, and nobody was ever really prepared for it, or anything like that. So, I mean, the panic is real
Mhm.
because it's just like, well, I was just getting by before this. Now I'm like plummeting, and what do I do now? Because you usually get out of it when you can work.
Yeah.
You can get some cash. I know that Friday is about to come and just different things like that. But this is like a screeching halt.
Mhm.
So creepy. Oh my goodness.
I know, and I feel like that's why I'm trying to really focus a lot of what I do now on helping people who are in that overwhelm. People who started off the year with any form of trauma, depression, anxiety, despair, any of those denser emotions that really feel hard to step out of. I'm really trying to help people ground themselves in daily rituals and habits that bring you that inner peace, because that needs to be your anchor point, and if you can find just like one ritual every single day that makes you feel more at peace or more grounded, that's a walk in nature without your phone, just
Right.
something, yeah, something
That
like that.
would be good. Like let's not and just but you I think sometimes we should just put the phone down.
Yeah.
The phone needs to go down because I think there's so much access to the negative. There's so much access to all the worry and different things like that, and how people are responding and reacting. And it's just like, okay, you don't know how many times I purposely tried to lose my phone.
Right? So true.
I'm the happiest ever when I can't find it. I'm like, oh, it's ringing. That's nice. Just walk away.
I know, right? Mine's always on silent. I love that. I really, ever since having kids, it just went on silent and I just never took it off.
I've only started to do the silent thing only because I'm recording, I'm doing so much, I'm on meetings and I'm on these things and I'm so busy, and so now I just hear the vibration and I'm like, it's ringing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna leave me a message. If they know who I am, they'll send me a text
Yeah.
message.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the book.
Okay.
Woo-hoo. Yes, your book. Okay, so wait, I just want to say and point out your accent is absolutely amazing. I
Ah,
love it. Because, like, okay, so for everybody that did not catch it, she is from Australia, you guys. She is in Australia. I'm sorry. She's in Australia by way of Canada, correct?
yeah.
There you go. And so it's so gorgeous. It's just a gorgeous. I, I love accents, and it's just like it just makes me feel like I'm not here. So when I'm listening to somebody, I'm like, yes, just talk. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to get off the book. We're gonna get off. We're gonna talk about the book. Okay, so the book is called "The Call of Intuition."
Yeah.
And so, you guys, she's gonna let us know what's the call of intuition.
Thank you. Oh, that's such a nice intro. This is my beautiful book, How to Recognize and Honor Your Intuition, Instinct, and Insight. See, when I was researching intuition, what I found was that we have a gut instinct that's really protective. And then we have a heart intuition that's really intuitive, obviously. It can predict, it looks out, it's all love, it reads energy, it's expansive, it's infinite. And then we have psychic insight. We're all psychic. People think coincidences are coincidences when we're all psychic. We're all creating our life psychically. through daydreaming. That's why dreaming is so important. That's why focusing on the positive is so important, because we are dreaming into reality everything that we think about. So then when I was writing this, I was so curious, okay, where does instinct come from? And then I thought, and then I could sense, and I was reading things and everything started to come together, this beautiful puzzle. Our instinct, we get it from our ancestors. It's related to our unconscious mind. We
Mm,
develop it in our childhood, so we can't really access it consciously, but it's there and it drives our behaviors, our habits, our thoughts. You can heal it, obviously, healing your gut, healing your lower chakras, doing grounding work, healing your ancestral lineage, making peace with your family, whatever. It all helps. Then you've
mm,
got this beautiful heart intuition. And when you get to experience a really grounded instinct, it really opens up your heart. And the EMF of your heart is infinite. It's massive. It's bigger than your brain. It's bigger than anything. And it's connected to your subconscious mind. What that means, which I love, is that whatever you really do a lot of in your life, whatever you get good at, whether it's good or bad, right? Whatever you get good at, doesn't matter what it is, that's what you develop a really strong intuition around. So if you work with people all the time in restaurants or in HR, you get a really good sort of empathic kind of I can read people really well. And if I was working in HR and I had been for 10 years and someone comes in for a job interview, I pretty much know straight away by their energy, are they going to fit or not? Are they aligned with what I need, with my intention or not? And we do that all the time. We're intuitive beings. This is how we live. But it's really great to get conscious awareness around it, because then you can consciously see it and trust it and do more of it. And that's honoring it. Yeah. So then the
mm,
whole psychic insight, that's connected to your conscious mind. And like I say, that's just the dreaming. We're always dreaming. Our thoughts are creating our reality. We're instant manifestors. And like we said before, I love it. You focus on the love, and that's what you see in your life. You focus on the fear, you're going to see more of that in your life. The other part of this book was I wanted to create like a process for people to make getting in touch with their intuition really easy, really tangible, that they can come back to at any time. So I developed this kind of 6-step process. Breathe. You just got to take a deep breath sometimes, because otherwise you are not getting really present. Yes. Just drop in. Then you got to
mm,
surrender, because the conscious mind is like, no, 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 that's wrong. Logic, this can't be right. You just got to surrender all of that. Surrender your beliefs, expectations, judgments, let it go. Then you got to connect with yourself. For some people, connecting with their body is their spiritual practice. There is no right or wrong spiritual practice. Connect with nature, connect with your pets, connect with your children, connect with your food, connect with whatever is in your space and whatever is going on with your body. And then it's kind of like an option if you feel like connecting with more of the higher realms, the angels, the masters, the spirit guides, just go there and really trust in what you get from that. After connect, so breathe, surrender, connect. You've got to trust what's coming through. When you
mm,
trust yourself and you go, okay, that doesn't make any sense, but I'm going to trust it anyway. I'm going to call that person, or I'm going to do that hobby, or I'm going to do that exercise, or I'm going to take note, or I'm going to get more sleep, or I'm going to meditate, or I'm going to trust it. And then the next step is honor. You've got to do the thing that you've got to do. It's
right.
so important. That's pretty much the process. But my last step is nourish, because without nourishment, the whole thing kind of falls apart.
That's true. That
Yeah,
I like that. Okay, so wait, question. Okay, so what made you? Because I understand that it may have been like a very strong feeling to get it out and to have it on paper and to allow people the ability to actually take on this thing that you've written. And so what is the takeaway? Like, what are they supposed to learn from this book?
that your intuition is real,
Mhm.
that it's available to you, that you're a highly, highly intuitive being, and that you can trust yourself no
Yeah.
matter what.
Mhm. Can you give me a story?
Yeah.
as something that that in relates to the book,
Mhm.
right? Or at least what you have happening in the book is a personal experience.
Okay. Okay. I think when I became a mentor, I was really activating or just getting more in tune with my instinct, intuition, and insight on a whole new level. Because instinctively, I knew what wasn't for me. Like, you just know, it's that gut feeling. There is no, like, another word for, one of the definitions of intuition is to consider. Right? So this
Mhm,
is a heartfelt feeling, a consideration of what do I need or what do I feel about what I just read or heard or saw.
mhm,
So for me, the instinct was, okay, I'm just going to sit with this idea. I'm going to write it out on a piece of paper. Like you say, I am a mentor. Now,
mhm,
what comes to me from that? And anyone can do that on anything you're going
mhm,
through, you
mhm,
know? So for me, it was what is it that I don't want? And I had to really get clear of what I didn't wanna do, the work that I didn't wanna do. So even
mhm,
with my psychology background, I mean, I'm not actually a certified or qualified psychologist, so I can't work in that field either, but I knew
mhm,
that I didn't wanna work with, say, people with any kind of severe, anxiety or depression because I felt like what I'm bringing here may
mhm.
not be able to help you where you're at.
You're right.
So I was very clear around the people that I was calling in, and then
Mhm,
I knew the people who, were not in that group of people. So my instinct was very clear, and it'll
mhm.
actually, as you start to consider an idea, tune into your gut and you go, "Oh, that doesn't feel right. Oh, okay, that's just a no.
Right.
That's just a clear no." And, sometimes if you have a really imbalanced, unhealthy gut or there's a lot of ancestral healing that needs to be done, your instinct might not be super clear and it might not be super aligned. That's why healing, your whole like, we never stop healing or growing or learning, right? So
Mm-mm.
anyway, the instinct is always telling you that's not right. And that was really clear for me when I was becoming a mentor. What is it that I'm doing? And what is it that I'm not doing? So that I'm really
Right,
clear. If someone approaches me and says, I need help with this, this, and this, I can say, with so much love, I'm not the right person for you. Here's who I would recommend. And
right.
that feels really empowering to me. So then
Yeah.
with my heart, with my intuition, it was like, how do I really expand out to what I am doing? Who am I reaching? Who am I connecting to? Who's on my level and who needs help from where I'm at?
Right.
And with that expansion, in came all my initial clients. And I was like, oh, this feels good. And I could feel the expansion in my chest. Like, yes, yes, this was actually easy. Once I got really clear on it, this was kind of almost effortless. I just had to put it out there
Yes.
and it feels flowing. And then when I'm with people, I have to trust in this because
Mm,
I don't get really, I rely on spirit a lot for my or my higher self a lot for guidance as a mentor. And I don't
mm,
get a lot of clear guidance before the day of mentoring that particular person. So I really got to trust in here. And
right.
I got to keep this expanded and in a state of love and really nourished and open. So my intuition will always tell me what to do next as a mentor. How do I
Mm,
help people? But also,
mm,
how do I reach out to new clients? My instinct will say, don't try that sales technique. That feels really, people say, well, that kind of sales technique feels really, uncomfortable for me. Great. That's your gut instinct saying it's not for you. Try
right.
a different way because people are going to feel that. If you're
That's
reaching out, yeah, if you're reaching out and using someone else's sales technique, doesn't matter what you're doing. And as a mentor, I really found this. And you're trying it on, people are like, doesn't feel so good. I don't know.
mhm.
I really like you, but that's not my thing. I don't know. Get really clear, and then this just flows. And if you're all love, people feel the love. They just want to come into that realm of love and,
Yes.
and really vibrate at a higher level, I guess. And then the
Mhm.
psychic insight is that's our insight are the ideas that come to us. Maybe it's from spirit, but maybe it's just from having a conversation with someone. I had a conversation with someone this morning. I have a client in a few hours, a mentoring client. This morning I had a conversation with someone else. they gave me new information that resonated with me. That's what an insight is. So I got
Mm,
this really clear insight from them. Oh, that really relates to my client later. That's so perfect to know today, of course. So that was
right.
really exciting because insights come from everywhere. So
Mhm.
focusing on reading really good books, watching really good documentaries, having really juicy conversations, insights just flow. And the ones that are meant to land, for whatever reason, they will because you're open to it. So
Yes,
all three of these guidance systems are always helping me, guiding me as a mentor and in everything that I do.
yes. Oh, yes.
Mm.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay. All right. So it came to me as you were speaking, and I was just like, nope, I'm not going to talk while she's talking. That's not going to work. What came to me was that, yes, this is something that has happened, with the epidemic the way that it is. And her and I, we spoke about this before. It's a reset.
Mhm.
This is for you. If anything, there are more people that you can get in contact with that have the same mindset, spiritual set, and everything now more than ever. Because before you couldn't even get a hold of these people, you know, or you didn't even know that they exist for that
Yeah.
matter. So, the fact that they are here and they are just so willing and so able to talk to you,
Mhm.
to see see more about you, maybe give you, like, she's giving people choices. She's giving people a way out. She's giving people just, things that um they could possibly do just to make themselves happier. And I think that is such a wonderful, wonderful thing because, the reason why I do this is because if you are not happy with your current situation, why not change it? There's a will, there's a way. All you have to do is make up in your mind, make up in your heart, make up in your spirit.
Mhm.
This is something I want to do. I want to do something else. I don't want to be the same as I've been.
Mm.
This is a reset, you guys. This is the part where, okay, I don't have to go straight anymore. I
Mm.
can go to the left or I can go to the right. Now you have a choice.
Mhm.
Try it. It works. Look at her. She said, you know what? I'm gonna try mentorship. Let's try that. And
Yeah.
she's doing every it's such a not just a reset, but this is the time where you're able to like really build a decent foundation
Yes.
for something better. And I keep telling people, and I'm gonna say it one more time, there's a shift that's opened that is allowing people to live the dream that they said. You've been saying it's 2020 is your year, 2020 is my year. It's still your year. You're just mad. It's okay though.
Yeah.
Keep trying. Keep
Yeah.
going. Do something different. You
Mm.
don't like what you're doing? Do something else.
Mm.
You act like there's a shortage of everything else going on around here. It's not. They may say it
Yeah.
is, but that might be a scare tactic that we are not informed about
Mhm.
because we don't read or we don't take care of our spirits where they could actually tell us the truth.
Mhm.
Like she said, read it. You gotta read yourself. You gotta really, really hone in on what it is. Thank Kris. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Oh, thank you so much. That was such a good chat. I could definitely chat to you all day, all night. That was amazing. Thank you so much.
We appreciate you and everything you said because it needed to be said. Yes,
Mm,
ma'am. It
mm.
needed to be said. So, you know what? Let them know where they can get the book or how to reach you, dear heart.
Yeah, it's all on krisfranken.com. The book is there. My mentoring programs are there. I've got free meditations on there. You can read a whole bunch of stuff about me on there. Yeah, it's a pretty packed website. There's a lot of articles on there as well about intuition, empowerment, spiritual stuff you can really sink into. Yeah, pretty cool.
Okay, so they can get a hold of you on the website, or do you have a specific email?
Okay, if they wanted to reach me directly, absolutely. It's hello@krisfranken.com. That's
Oh,
it. Perfect. And that'll get straight to me.
yes, you guys. I got to her right there. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
I would love to hear from anyone. Just send me a question. Say hi. I love it.
Yes, give her some love, you guys. Give her love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Give her some love. I'm telling you, I appreciate my Mayan tribe because my Mayan tribe knows how to, they know how to party. They know how to do it right. They know how to look. Let me just take a look back into myself and figure out which way I really want to go.
Yeah,
Let's do something. We got to
yeah,
do something, you guys. And it's our time. It really is. It's still our time regardless what you say or how you feel, it's still your time. Just
yeah,
do it.
yeah.
So
Beautiful. Thank
yes.
you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much. You guys, you know the deal. I'm on Patreon now, okay? A little help goes a long way. Okay, I'm trying to get a hold of, more content. I'm trying to get a hold of just better platforms for you guys and different things like that. Okay, and I'm gonna throw this in here. You know, I got the radio show. The TV show should be coming shortly. Okay, so please, 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 please help me help you. You know me. So help me help you. So like, as long as you know you're helping me help you, hey, the possibilities are endless, right? Definitely. Love you guys so much. Appreciate you so much, Miss Kris. And you guys, we will see you later. That was absolutely excellent.